the more you keep doing what you're scared to do, the less fear you have doing it. So this is the advice I will give to you. Have your fear on one hand, have your action plan on the other hand, and do it regularly. To my YouTube channel. Now this is an official welcome because this is my first video for the year 2024, and today we're going to be talking about how to become the best version of yourself in 2024. So this is all about reinvention, evolving, growth, and intentional efforts to make yourself a better person. Now I want to believe that the year 2024 has been awesome so far. We're 1 month gone, so we have 11 months, basically 10 months and few weeks to wrap up the year. But I want to believe that you have made it productive as you planned last year. But if you haven't, of course, you still have the time, right? But one thing about this year is that 2024 has to be that year where you have your fear on one hand and have your action plan on the other hand, and do what you want to do regardless of how scared you are. It's going to be that year where you take the risks you want to take. We already started, right? But you need to do more for yourself. Hence the reason I want to talk to you about how to become the best version of yourself. Now, becoming the best version of yourself is one goal you have to pursue this year, right? And this is because growth is a continuous process. Growing is something that you have to intentionally get involved in. So this means that you don't have to be stagnant in life. If your ultimate goal in life is to make an impact to your generation, to the world, if your ultimate goal is to leave a footprint on the sands of time, then specific and intentional growth has to be your go-to. And this means that you also have to become the best version of yourself. If you are not growing, you'll be limited. There's a level of impact you cannot achieve, and that's because you have refused to grow. And if you're not growing, trust me, becoming the best version of yourself is so far from you. So let's dive right into it, okay? Now, first of all, I'd like to address the why. What is the reason you want to become the best version of yourself? There has to be a reason, a motive, something that pushes you, right? And this is because when life hits you hard, when you get to the point where you're being discouraged because of the realities of life, that why is what will keep you going. Because you know why you want to become the best version of yourself. If it is just all about you, trust me, the why will not really last. But if your reason for wanting to become the best version of yourself is all about impact, it's all about you trying to, impact into the society, impact into your generation, your why is people oriented, your why is vision oriented, your why is purpose oriented, trust me, it becomes difficult for you to be knocked out in the race of life. And that's because your why is people oriented. It is purpose oriented. It's not just your ambition. It's not just about you. And this is not to disregard you being ambitious for yourself, okay? Of course, as a person, you need to be ambitious, but beyond yourself, beyond the ambition, beyond your career, beyond what you want to do, there has to be a reason. There has to be people that should be impacted because you're here. There has to be something that keeps you awake at night, because you want to make an impact in people's lives, in the world, in your generation, basically, right? So let's dive right into it. Now, the first way to become the best version of yourself in 2024 would be to step out of your comfort zone. Baby, the comfort zone is so comfortable, and that's why it's called the comfort zone. That is the place where you can be lazy and you're comfortable there. The comfort zone is so limiting, it is so depriving, it is so depleting. It basically hinders you from becoming the best version of yourself, and that's because it's a comfort zone. You're comfortable not reading. You're comfortable not stepping out to do certain things you have to do. You're comfortable not growing. You're just stuck at a place and you're there. It is a place where you're scared of doing what you have to do, but then you're okay without doing it. You're not moved at all. You just want to be there. You're just comfortable. As you know, growth is intentional. Growth takes investment and time. If you want to grow and become the best version of yourself, you have to be intentional about it. It means that you have to invest in yourself. You have to avail yourself to some level of opportunities that will make you become a better person, right? You have to take risks. You have to basically put yourself in situations, in certain kind of processes that will make you become a better version of yourself. This year has to be that year where you step out of your comfort zone. Do things that you've been scared of doing. Try new things that you've been scared of trying. Make decisions for yourself that would take you out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself to become better. Challenge yourself to make better decisions. Challenge yourself to take on actions and habits that will make you to become a better person. Now, you can look into your goals you have in 2024, the areas of your life you feel you need to change something, right? You feel you need to just basically change everything. What do you have to do that will take you out of your comfort zone in that area of your life? For example, I love public speaking. I speak for a living, right? I just know that I have words that need expression. I know that I have words that people need, right? Now, what do I have to do in 2024? I want to step out of my comfort zone by speaking often, by attending events, by accepting speaking engagements that will make me to get better in my public speaking career. And this is because as of last year, I somehow hindered myself from giving expression to that part of my life. But this year, I told myself, no, it has to stop. I will attend events. I would accept speaking engagements. I would basically go for anything that will make me become great at public speaking. And guess what? I've actually done my first speaking gig for the year. And it was amazing. It was awesome. And I was super proud of myself because I knew all along that I could do it. Now, this is me stepping out of my comfort zone. So look at your life and find out exactly what is it about yourself that you've been hindering. One important thing I want you to have in mind is that when you have refused to do what you should do, you starve people from the level of impact you need to give to them. This is one truth I had to face the hard way. I realized that I had been starving people because I have something that people need, especially young ladies, but because I refused to give it expression, I was starving these ladies. And you know one thing, for every day you decide not to do what you should do, someone takes the fall for it. Someone makes a wrong decision because you have decided not to do anything. It affects somebody. So figure out the people that your lack of expression of your potentials, of you making a better decision, of you not stepping out of your comfort zone. Figure out the particular people that will be affected if you keep being stuck in your comfort zone. Make up your mind and step out of your comfort zone. Again, step out of your comfort zone, honey. You have stayed there for too long. Do it now, okay? The next way to become the best version of yourself in 2024 would be to change your circle of friends. Honey, there is something that friends do to you. I'm sure you've heard of this adage, show me your friends and I will show you who you are. And the Bible talks about iron sharpening iron. If the circle of friends you have do not impact your life positively, if they don't motivate you to grow, if they don't motivate you to pursue intentional growth, if they don't motivate you to think about your life for a while and decide to make better decisions, better choices, then you have to change your circle of friends because they do not impact your life positively. Your friends should have at least 50% of your character. It means that you friends should have the same values with you, the same norms, the same morals with you. Your friends cannot be people that you're trying to change and they don't want to change. They will deplete your energy, right? You don't have to be the person trying to change your friends most of the times. And this is not to disregard the fact that a lot of people want to change. But if in the process of you changing your friends, you are losing yourself, you're losing your values, you're losing your morals, then it's about time you made up your mind to let them go. The truth of the matter is that most of the times navigating friendship can be really difficult because sometimes you're growing and your friends decide not to grow. They basically are not willing to grow with you. And if you're growing, you can't take everybody with you. And the truth of the matter is that 20 friends cannot be friends for 20 years, right? At some point in your life, you would notice that your friends are not growing with you. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that you have either outgrown them or they have outgrown you or they have refused to grow, but you're willing to grow. Either of these things could be a reason why you need to end some friendships. And you don't have to be emotional about this. Do not be sentimental about changing friends, okay? And this is because you are focused on your life. You're trying to be vision oriented. You're trying to become a better version of yourself. And if you have to do that, your circle of friends have to change. You cannot keep entertaining the same persons over and over again. If your light does not encourage your friends to show forth their lights as well, if your light does not encourage your friends to light up their lights as well, rather it has to encourage you to dim your light so that they will be comfortable, then it's about time you hand them some shades and tell them to get out of your life. Change your circle of friends. Your light should attract the kind of people that you need, that are able or willing and ready to shine forth their light as well, without feeling, threatened by your light or feeling insecure about theirs. No. So quit the sentiment. You do not need to entertain people that are not ready to grow. I also need you to understand that you are not responsible for anybody. You're not responsible for any adult. A lot of times we tend to, try to motivate our friends to grow. So even when they're not willing to grow, we want to keep pushing them. I'm not saying it's bad, but if someone does not want to grow, if someone is not willing and ready to put in the work to grow, you're not responsible for any adult. You're not their mother, you're the father, or you're not even God yourself. So if you can't change them, let them go. Now, alongside changing your circle of friends would be you changing your environment. Now, this is not about you changing where you live or your location. No, I'm talking about you changing the kind of environment you put yourself in. Right? It means that if you want to become a better version of yourself, if you want to reinvent yourself, you need to be very particular about the places you go to. You need to be particular about the kind of environment you fit into. For someone like me, I want to grow in my public speaking career. I already know what to do. I would intentionally go to conferences that would have me see public speakers that I want to be like, or have me just grow and learn from watching people do what I want to do best, right? Now, this is me intentionally putting myself in environments that would make me grow. If you want to become a public speaker, you have to keep speaking to people. If you want to become a great singer, you need to keep singing. Practice makes perfection. If you don't practice, you cannot grow. The same thing as you putting yourself in environments that will make you become better. So go for conferences, go for certain meetings that would help you become better. Go for whatever event, whatever program, whatever conference you have to go to just make sure you become better. This also helps you to meet the kind of people that you would need to become better. If, for example, you go to clubs, I don't know who you want to meet in clubs. Now, this is if you are vision oriented, right? You won't meet the kind of people you're looking for there. But if you want to connect and network with people that are like minds basically like you, right? You have to go for the kind of events or the kind of meetings that these people go to. The next thing to do in 2024 to become the best version of yourself and to reinvent yourself is to embrace your passion and give it expression. A lot of us are so unhappy because we're not doing what we love doing. And there is that sense of dissatisfaction. You're not satisfied, you're not fulfilled, you're not happy, you're just taking the time. And you can discover that in your job. If you're working for a company or in your line of career, you're not happy, you're just taking time, you can't wait to go home, everything for you just seems so uptight, you're not just happy, then, my darling, you're not in your line of passion. And this is not to say that your passion or what you love to do doesn't get difficult sometimes. Of course it does, but you are not so focused on the difficulty or the challenges that come with it because you love what you're doing. Embracing your passion early enough would help you to make your impact early enough. Embrace it while you're young. A lot of people tend to find out what you're passionate about in their late 40s, in their late 50s and late 60s. Yeah, that is encouraging. I mean, that's awesome. But there's something about you finding it out when you're young. You have the energy. You're still strong. Your bones are strong. Your strength is still there. You still have what it takes. You can't compare the level of impact you would make to that of someone that is in his 60s or 50s that is just discovering what he or she is passionate about. Age also has something to do with this. It's like someone in your early 20s discovering that he or she loves to run or loves sports and is athletic in nature. You will do a lot, much more than someone that discovers it in the 60s. What do you want to do in the race of life? The person can do something, but not exactly to the extent at which you at your 20s can. There's a difference. Discovering your passion helps you to become fulfilled in life, and it makes you to just focus on what you're good at. A lot of us are practicing careers that we have nothing to do with. Like, a lot of us are basically in careers because our parents thought this was the best thing to do, and you chose to do this without even asking yourself questions like, what do I love doing? What about what you love to do? What about what you're passionate about? What about what you can do for a long time without even being so conscious of time? You basically lose track of time when you're doing what you love to do. What is that thing that you can do without pay? For me, that's content creation. That's speaking. I just love speaking. I spoke at an event recently and I didn't get a pay, but guess what? I enjoyed doing it. And what's interesting these days is that you can make a career out of something you're passionate about. The world has changed. The world has evolved so much that you can make money off your passion, of something as irrelevant as they think as content creation. People make money as content creators. People make money as public speakers. People make money of anything. Find out what you love to do and figure out how to do it and how we can get you money. Now, the next big step or the next big thing you can do for yourself to become the best version of yourself and reinvent yourself is to believe in yourself the more. Become your first cheerleader. Don't wait for anybody. Believe in yourself. A lot of us expect people to love us, to believe in us, to cheer us on when we don't even believe in ourselves. You expect that people would accept you when you don't even accept yourself. You expect people to treat you well when you don't even treat yourself well. How? It starts from you, honey. It starts from you. Now, for a lot of us, it is not even our fault that we don't believe in ourselves. A lot of us are still battling with childhood trauma, emotional trauma, negative words from our, first caregivers in life. And these words have been honestly singing and keep ringing and keep repeating in our minds. And we've eventually believed them. Do yourself a favor. You owe yourself some affirmation. Start with affirming yourself. Learn to believe yourself. I understand it's not easy, but you have to do it. You just have to. Life is just so short and life is once. You cannot waste it on sulking over bad words that have been said to you years ago. It's about time you let go of those bad words and fill yourself up with good words. It means that you have to have some paradigm shift. You have to fuel yourself on your mind with the right words. Read books, listen to podcasts, listen to whatever makes you better, whatever helps you to see yourself in a better way. Do it. If you need to build your self-esteem or your self-confidence, you have to go for it. Read books and do whatever it takes that will help you to become better. There's a reason it's called self-esteem, self-belief, self-love, self-confidence. It has to come from you first. It is not people's belief or people's esteem or people's confidence. It is self. You come first. If you don't see it in yourself, people cannot see it in you. People can't. You need to love yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to adore yourself. You need to affirm yourself. You need to just encourage yourself that you are better. You are all that. When people ask you, who do you think you are? You think you're all that? Yes, you're all that and even more. When you believe in yourself, it helps you to avail yourself to certain opportunities that you deserve. There is a lot of opportunity that you have let go because you don't believe in yourself. They call you to come speak to a crowd. You're scared because you don't believe in yourself. They call you to come do this, come do that, come give expression to your potentials. You don't believe in yourself, and so you turn it down. For how long do you think you want to keep doing this, honey? How long? And you keep depriving people and starving people of what you can give to them. And you keep depriving yourself of the satisfaction that comes with, doing what you're called to do because you believe in yourself and because you're willing to do it regardless of how scared you are. There's a lot that is at stake here. Your satisfaction is at stake. The impact you can make into people's lives is at stake. But the difference between the people that you admire in life and you is just the fact that they did what they needed to do regardless of their fear. And the truth is, the more you keep doing what you're scared to do, the less fear you have doing it. So this is the advice I will give to you. Have your fear on one hand, have your action plan on the other hand, and do it regardless of the fear. Do it scared. Right now, the next and the last thing I need you to do in 2024 that would help you become the best version of yourself and help you to reinvent yourself would be to prepare for the opportunities you're believing God for. Baby, I understand that you want a big life, you want to go for certain events, you want certain opportunities, but when these opportunities meet you, can you count on yourself that you would deliver 100% without messing up? Can you count on yourself that you're 100% ready and prepared for these opportunities? Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you praying for certain opportunities, but what will be definitely wrong will be you not preparing for these opportunities and messing up when they come to you. No, you can't afford to let that happen. So what do you have to do? Prepare for the opportunities, because when opportunities meet you prepared, the result is always awesome. You deliver, even if you don't deliver 100%, but there's a level of progress that you make. So what am I trying to say? Stretch yourself, prepare. If you want to stretch yourself to get to a particular level of your life and you don't even get there, the truth is a lot of us focus on the fact that we did not get there, but we fail to realize that the stretch left us different. We're no longer the way we used to be. The stretch made you way better than you were. And that is one thing. It is called progress. Forget about perfection, because we tend to focus a lot on perfection, but that's an illusion. It's an excuse to never show up for yourself when you have to. But making progress should be the main focus, because every day you make progress, you are no longer the way you used to be. You're way better. It gets you closer to your future goals, to your opportunities, and to the places you want to go to deliver. So when opportunity makes you prepared, my love, you will definitely deliver. Okay? If you, my darling, are able to do all these things, trust me, you will become the best version of yourself in 2024. And you would basically become a new person. You'll be shocked at the level of result you will get at the end of 2024. Now, I believe that this video has been so helpful so far, and I am super excited that I was able to deliver this. Leave me a comment on the comment section, because this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. So I would like to hear from you. What do you think about this? What is that topic you want me to talk about? Would you have questions? Ask me on the comment section, and I'll be so glad to respond to you. Also, try and subscribe to my channel. Basically, click all the buttons here. Click the notification button, click the subscribe button, click everything. Give me a thumbs up if you love this video. This will help the YouTube algorithm to boost my video and show it for to other people. Let them know that you enjoy this kind of content, okay? And if you're not part of the family, come on, what are you waiting for? Become a part of the family. This is a community where after self-development, personal growth, intentional growth, becoming the best version of yourself, that is what this channel is all about. And I am super excited to take the lead and get you there. So you can consider me an internet big sis, all right? And see you in my next video. I love you to the moon and back. Mwah.